Shalom.
Want to first and foremost give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone and will, and much peace, safety, and blessings to the hopefully elect throughout the four winds, pushing truth and sincerity and diligence. The brothers from the great millstone, Lake Charles, Louisiana camp. Basically, just walking the boardwalk, man. Through the spirit. We just want to get to a couple precepts, man. Scripture tells us in 2 Peter's 3rd chapter, ultimately be found within that holy conversation, man. So with that, man, looking at the times that we're into, you see that they're about to push the chip even so more. As you were warned. You people were warned, so you ultimately can't say that you haven't been warned, man. All right, you're gonna have a lot of people gonna start to come up and try to be amongst the prophets, man. All right, to try to act like they've been around. All right, and ultimately they're gonna even be trying to befriend you, man.
Yeah.
But in these times, we know that Yahweh Shema Shah is only gonna protect those that have ultimately laid down their lives, man.
Yeah.
Real quick, so like you get Revelation 22 and 11, we'll start right there. To spirit, because hey man, you can't change, man. All right, you can't change your ways. Now that you're seeing these prophecies ultimately coming to pass. You were warned, and ultimately you chose to take heed to what Esau Edom, man, and his agenda was.
This is Revelation chapter 22, verse 11. It says, "He that is unjust, let him be unjust still."
That's right, man. You are unjust, man. You're not of their righteousness, man.
Yeah.
All right, your heart isn't totally set upon Yahweh Shema Shah, how you may please the Lord, man. You people ultimately were totally, in the spirit of pleasing your flesh, man. Pleasing Esau Edom, doing the things that he told you had to ultimately walk by, so that you can live and continue your to get that daily bread.
Yeah.
But what Yahweh Shah said, man, Yahweh Shah said, "Man shall not live by bread alone."
Yeah.
But every word that proceeded out of my mouth, man.
Yeah.
And you people have not been walking in that upright manner to ultimately be granted their salvation, man. Because whether you people know it or not, as it speaks about in Romans 3 and 3, brothers get that, for what if some did not believe? Shall that make the faith of the Most High kind, So that stopped the kind. You can bring it out, I'm sure. By you not believing, guess what? We still seeing these prophecies are coming to pass, man.
Yep.
This is Romans chapter 3, verse 3. It says, "For what if some did not believe?" It says, "Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?"
That's right, man. So what if something I believe, man? You have a great multitude that's unbelievers. Just because they don't believe, man, should that mean that you take your hand off the plow? That's why Apostle Paul constantly told us, "Let every man be fully persuaded," man.
Yep.
You're supposed to be fully persuaded and have your hand, to that plow. Put your hand to Yahweh Shema Shah's work. That way when it's time to get those crowns or be granted the salvation, and you're not gonna be rejoicing in another man.
Yeah.
You're gonna be ultimately rejoicing because you know that Yahweh Shema Shah got you through those situations that was placed before you.
Yeah.
Y'all brothers got anything,
Yeah, you got it. I'll go ahead.
It say, I'm gonna go back a little bit. It says, "Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? Yahweh forbid. Yea, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar."
Woo. And it tells you that if I'm not mistaken, I think it's like the book of Hebrews. Salaki is Peter's. In the book of Peter's, man, because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shema Shah is not gonna change. The Lord ain't gonna change, man. He says, He said, "Yet I remain faithful."
Yep.
If they come into the truth and leave, guess what? Yahweh Shah is still set in stone, man.
Yep.
His spirit that he pushed off to the elect, they're ultimately gonna be doing what he set them up to do.
Yeah, because that's his spirit.
Yep.
So by him passing his spirit unto them, they gonna stand firm. That's why I say these are the ones that stood stiffly and so boldly, bold as a lion. I had a precept after, brother.
All right, it says, "As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged."
That you be justified in your sins. Just like the brother just read in Revelations 22. You said what we wasn't with the you people said that what the apostle said about the chip wasn't the chip. So what, you got to stand stiffly on that.
Yeah, because now you're seeing it. And it's basically, that's why the Lord say, let every man be a liar. But the Lord is true, man. Right? Because the Lord say, "What I given you the spirit of prophecy, and knowing that we speak not of ourselves, but of the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua." Right? So while you're steady scoffing and coming up against and marking the Lord's holy prophets, man, you're telling the Lord that things that He's setting forth and the things that He's saying isn't going to stand or be firm.
And it's showing that what you basically these people gonna basically be in a predicament or situation to try to play both sides of the field.
Yeah.
But the Lord not gonna have that.
Yeah.
I got a quick one, real quick. This is 1 Kings chapter 18 and verse 21. It says, and Elijah came unto all the people and said, how long halt ye between two opinions?
Yeah.
If the Most High Yahweh be power, follow him. But if by all, then follow him. And the people answer him not a word. You see? That goes to show you, man, you can't play both sides of the field. Straddle the fence, man. If you straddle the fence, you automatically lost. You know, because you didn't pick and choose.
Yep, and the Lord said it, bro. He said, what? I'd rather you hot or cold. Yep. I don't want you lukewarm. I don't want you in the middle. You got to pick where you stand. And that's what it's finna boil down to. Yep. A lot of jakes, you know, and like we say, you know, a lot of these jakes gonna be coming from other camps, trying to get amongst, you know, and that's why the brothers, you know, putting out, you know, through the Spirit Power about some shopping videos out of be circumspect, you know, knowing the times that we're in and knowing the people and how people are going to get. A lot of people are going to realize that the shit that they will you know, mingling themselves therein, you know, is basically contrary and there's no profit therein, man.
And fuck that. That's what makes somebody straddle the fence when they're not quite unsure about what they're in. Yeah. So they want to play both sides to where I could dabble over here because shit, I don't know if what I'm in is 100%, you know, so they try and go basically find common grounds, you know, in other spots, man.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why the Lord said, Apostle Paul, you know, Apostle Paul said in the book of Romans, man, mark those who's caused division. You know? Because you can't, can two be agreed? You know, can two be joined together? At least they'll be agreed in one doctrine, man. They're like the brothers just going to, man. It's only one doctrine. You know, so if you can't, you know, if you don't have that common unity amongst that, man, hey, it's no unity counts, man.
Yeah.
All right. The only ones that's gonna be joined together is those that's ultimately gonna be a part of the body of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yeah.
No.
I got one. Oh, you
No, you got it. That was it on that one.
All right, kind. This is Ezekiel 33. This is Ezekiel 33 and verse 1. It says, again, the word of the Most High came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword cometh upon the land, he blow the trumpet, right? So the Lord had basically set up a watchman, right? And these watchmen are his prophets, man. The Lord have his prophets out on these high towers. We are the light towers, man. Flashing the light on all the deeds of darkness and showing our people their transgressions, right? And basically proclaiming unto you the things that are to come, you know, having a sure word of prophecy. And that's another thing I want to say, and Peter's, because like the brother was saying, you know, that's what's going to have a lot of jakes wavering, because they don't have a sure word of prophecy, right? They don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? They're full assurance. You know, we don't need to be reassured. We have that full assurance to know that this is what it is, man. Right? Now it said.
Just to add another point, just to add another point, because another thing that's gonna have these people wavering is because you got to keep in mind these people were totally after the flesh the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, so when their back is ultimately against the wall, they have no other choice but to say they're gonna be surrendered. You know, they're gonna surrender. Say, you know what we did was wrong. You know, but it's gonna come a time where it's too late.
But you've been warned. That's the point.
You've been warned.
This is the point right here. Like the brothers getting to through the spirit. You know, that's the spirit.
Because we ultimately was telling these people this
the whole time, and that's
We've
the point of a watchman.
That's right. We were constantly giving that warning. So now, guess what? You see that the RFID, you know, which is the MOB, right? According to Revelation 13 chapter, you see it pushed to the forefront. So now you can't say nobody told me that.
Yeah.
So guess what? It's a saying. You made your bed. Now you gotta lay in it.
Yep.
You know.
So this is verse 3. It says, and if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet. That's what we're doing. We're blowing the trumpet on the highways and hedges in the midst of people, right? We are out on a chief place of concourse in the streets, prophesying and blowing the trumpet. So you can't say you didn't hear the alarm, right? It says, and what better way is for somebody to hear alarm by going in the middle of a crowd of people and boom. I mean, everyone around in that circle heard it. Now, what's
getting that certain? It's a specific song too.
Yep.
You know, because just for existence, by just us being in the basically the comforts of just saying the boardwalk, so to say, there's a great variety of people.
Yeah.
You know, so guess what? You hear what? You hear little kids playing. You hear people jogging. You hear the water, and you also hear the prophets. So when you hear the prophets, that automatically says what? A difference, man.
Yeah.
It says that different tone to be like, well, damn, what they talking about over there? We never heard that before. Yeah. It's not no regular song. Yep. You know, but guess what? By you people ultimately passing up that song, it puts you in a bad predicament because you can't make your wrongs right no more. Yeah. You know?
That's what it says. It says, and if when he seeth the sword cometh upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. It says, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and take not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. Yep. Watch what it verse 5. It says, he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul, man. And we know those that take it heed to the warning, man, because it told you the Lord. Oh, you didn't read that yet, huh? Psalms?
No.
Salaki. You got it out. I don't want to, you got it out.
It's a good point, though. You know, it tells you of those that take heed, what they're going to ultimately be safety, man. They're going to come against those, ultimately amongst those safe grounds, man. They're going to be hid in Yahweh Shem Shai strong tower. Yep. You know? You had some more on there, right out?
The Revelations
22.
This is Revelations. Let me just start back from again. Revelations 22. 22:11 it says, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still.
Yep. You know, he that is filthy. That's one of the main things, man, because the Lord constantly gave you that one saying, "What come out of her, my people." You know, those strong delusions. Hey, the Lord constantly stretched out his hand.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord constantly stretched out his hand, man, and told you, hey, divert from this filthy place, man. You know, it's going to destroy you with the sword of destruction. You know?
Yep. And that's why he said in Peter's, he said for those, because you have a lot of guys, like right now, you know, in this time, you know, there's going to be a lot of people give heed to those seducing spirits. Yep. You know, yeah, we know that it's going to be people that try to come in. There's going to be a lot of people that get fucked up, but you have a lot of people that take heed to the seducing spirits and wither away from the truth. Right, and that's why I bring this out, because in Peter's to tell you that it was better that they had not even known, you know, because you basically you let the world come and the cares of this lifestyle come and take you away from Yahweh Shem Shai, goes to choking that seed, you know, and basically what you were planted upon stony grounds instead of good soil, man. So those that are like the brothers wanted to, those that are planted in that good soil, right, those are going to be the ones that get delivered, you know, by Yahweh Shem Shai, right, having that hope, you know, and faith. You know, and expect the highest expectations and having great faith in Yahweh Shem Shai that he's going to deliver them, man. Right? You can't have your faith wavering, right? Having doubts, you know, and that, like we were saying, man, there's going to be a lot of people, you know, that come and go, man. Right?
You was done with that?
Yeah, you got it.
All right, this is Luke 8, and I'm going to start at 11. It says, now the parable is this: the seed is the word of the Most High. Those by the wayside are they that hear, then cometh the devil and taketh away the word out of their hearts, lest they should believe and be saved. So those are the ones who weren't properly rooted. You know, that seed didn't fall in that proper soil, to where they're easily plucked up.
Yep, and that's that seducing spirit.
You know? And ultimately, when you go a little, you about to continue on?
Yeah, okay,
you can make your point. Because I just want to make the point, which I grabbed in the book of Luke. You know, it tells you those that's not really deeply rooted. Because keep in mind, man, we got to know that our temptation is ultimately going to meet everybody. It's going to meet all of us, man. So if you're not deeply rooted, you know, when it goes into that flood beating vehemently upon that house, man, you know, you're going to be easily withered away.
Yeah. Like I always like to go into that word temptation. You know, it goes to the word patermos, and it means the trying of your fidelity. You know, the trying of your virtue, your integrity. You know, so pretty much everything that you stand on is going to be tested. You know, to where you really believe in it, or is some a little bit of skepticism in it.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to have to showcase what you've been building thereupon.
Yep, and that shows, you know, like how the brother is going into, you know, what you're built upon, you know, and your belief. One thing about what you're built upon and your belief, it all goes back to your mind. You know, in order for you to believe something, you have to really wholeheartedly, in truth and sincerity, like we say, in your mind, believe these things. It's like miracles and divine intervention, the things that we believe that the Lord is coming to do. You can say it and talk it, but do you actually really believe it? You know, and what Jake don't understand is believe is actually action. It's not a feeling. It's not, bro, it's a deed. And you show that you believe by your actions. And you people show by your actions that you don't believe in Yahweh Shem Shai. If you ask me, you people don't believe in a God, man.
They don't believe in themselves.
Exactly.
They don't believe in themselves, bro.
Low
That's
self-esteem
the first,
and shit. You know,
that's the first thing. If you look at the way that our nation is, man, you Negroes, Latinos, and Natives, you put trust in every other nation except for your own, bro.
Yeah.
You know, you glory and idolize Beyonce, LeBron James, so forth and so on. But when it comes to you, you can't make sound decisions, man.
Yeah. And the weakness of the, like you say, sound decisions, the weakness of our people mind, right? You know,
that's ultimately what drives them to continue to go off, man. Like the scriptures say, they err not knowing the scriptures, bro.
Yeah.
And it all starts with their own personal confidence.
Yeah.
And then to back you up, the scripture said it's better to trust in the Most High than to put confidence in man. So that just avoids everything, you know.
Yep. And that confidence goes back to con means with, for dit means faith. So it's best to put your trust, your faith, everything in Yahbashim Yahushai than trusting in man. Like Jake say, well, man did this, man did that. Well, you trusting in it, bro. That's what you leaning towards, man. Well, if man said this and man wrote the Bible and all of these things, why do you read it? If that's the case, so it just shows it just shows the, you know, the simplicity and the error, like you said, of our people, man.
Back in Luke, this is Luke 8. I'm gonna go back to 12 again. It says, "Those by the wayside are they that hear, then cometh the devil and taketh away the word out of their hearts, lest they should believe and be saved." And then the devil just look at Luke 22. You know, Satan has desired to sift you as wheat.
Yeah.
You know,
especially in these times.
You know, by inward agitation to try one's faith to the verge of overthrow.
You got it.
I was about to say, make a point.
I was gonna just make a point, because what's one of the most agonizing things that's ultimately gonna be facing our people is them sitting at their table and knowing that they can't eat, man. You know, knowing that they can't feed their kids, knowing that they can't feed their damn selves, bro.
And that's where that faith kick in.
That's where that faith kick in. Like me and the brothers talking about it earlier, bro. Ain't no little 2-3-year-old baby, they can't fast, bro.
Yeah, they can't fast.
You know, they can't fast. They gotta eat, bro. So that goes to show you that what y'all about to outside. Hey, man, as we gonna get into it in a few, man. The Lord gonna take care of his men, man.
Yeah.
You know why? Because he says what these are those which follow the Lamb whithersoever he went, man.
Yeah.
You know, and they ultimately what the Lord said in Revelation, man. Because you have kept my word, I will also keep thee from that hour temptation. Man.
Yeah. They say since ye have kept the word of my patience, right? Yeah.
Back in Luke 8:13, it says, "They on the rock are they." And I went to that word rock. It goes back to the word petra. It means a man like a rock by reason of his firmness and strength of soul. You know, so basically him having that solid foundation, you know, for like a better term.
That rock, man. You know?
It says, "They on the rock are they, which when they hear receive the word with joy." All right, it's going to make a distinction. It says, "And these have no root for a while, believe, and in time of temptation fall away." So that's exactly what we're seeing and gonna see, man.
Oh, I got one.
You know, cause shit, man. As soon as temptation, you know, rise, some of these guys, man, they're skirting off, man.
I got one right back on right. Got it. So I can get it. God, this Mark 4:17. It says, because it's going into that seed, you know, and you know those that were planted on certain grounds. It says, and have no root in themselves.
You see, no root in themselves. It starts with yourself.
With yourself. Yep. So your mind is not founded.
And you can't be mad at nobody else. Hey, bro, that's one thing. Even though apostles always push out, man, you gotta know what you coming to this truth for, bro. You gotta know what you fighting for at the end of the day. You know.
Jake don't have, and it tell you, have no root in themselves. You have no structure.
Yep, no
you have no stability. You hold no foundation. You have nothing under you that holds you together, and your faith is what's going to hold you together. You people have no faith, right? And you want to make sure, you know, like the scripture say, built up on your most holy faith, right? This is the things that we're doing. We're exercising it and working it out now, so it can be displayed, because that's what the Lord want to see. He want to see if what he say, when the Lord comes, shall he find faith on earth? He want to find those that are found faithful, right?
And in those times, you're going to ultimately be structured by what? The wisdom, knowledge, understanding, because it says what? That's going to be what? Your stability. That's that foundation.
So you got to work and do the things.
Rooted, bro.
You got to work and do these things now, bro, right? Because you're not just finna up and just, I believe.
It don't work like that, bro. That's why the Lord ultimately takes us through that process. You know, as soon as you wake up in the truth, bro, you don't just have 100% full capacity of faith, bro.
Yeah.
You know, it takes you going through different situations. You going catching different judgments. You know, you learning. Then after that, you increase, and now you can look at the last time the Lord brought you out of a situation, and it just keep on building.
Because that's what builds your faith. You know,
going through things,
you know, and that's what we go through now in our everyday life. You know, the Lord brings us through certain things now in this life that builds that faith, because that's why he referenced it to the mustard seed, because it grows to be the biggest. Right? So like he told you, like he said, what? I'm coming to do a work in your days that you won't believe. So he gonna be working miracles. So by the time he get here, you know, our faith is gonna be.
It has to be.
You know what I'm saying? And even now, our faith is by seeing the things that we're seeing the chariots, and the Lord is showing us that Esau can't fuck with him. You know, and our salvation is there, man. That builds your faith up, but you gotta know what you're into, like the brother was saying. Man.
And just to just add on to the brothers, because ultimately, when you look at, say, for just putting in the terms of fruit, you got like an apple tree, or we're gonna just go with grapes. You know, you got a grape. You know what I'm saying? You got grapes that basically grow. And when you go get them, when they ready, that's why when you go to Second Ezra, it tells you to let my grape be kept, man. Yahweh Shema Shah is ultimately gonna come and get it when the fruit is at its full potential. You know, they ready to be pulled and ultimately taken care of, man. Taken away from this bullshit before Edom come and try to knock that tree down.
So that basically means what you need to be doing through the whole time, growing. You need to be doing what you need to do so that you can grow. Right? You got to get whatever it is that you need from that stem. We all have a stem that's connected. We all are part of this tree, and we are part of branches. And each branch have an extra branch that goes off. That branch probably got another branches and vines and all these things coming from the ground. You got to intake what you need to intake in the proper things so that you can grow. You ever took a grape, you took it off, you know the healthy ones. It's like this. You know grapes. You know, you look at a grape and it's wrinkled as fuck with like a black spot. I'm not eating that shit. Hell no, fuck that. Man, look. Well, this motherfucker fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the Lord looking. Like, man, I'm not that down. That ain't it.
Best of the best.
I'm coming to get the best. So when you pluck one and you look at that motherfucking big round juice and you throw it in your mouth and you whoosh, and the juice squirting everywhere, man, that's the ones that you want, man. Right? So that's the ones the Lord want, man. And we have to be preparing ourselves now. You know, mentally, bro.
Being fit for what the master's use.
For his use, bro. Doing what is acceptable, found acceptable before the face of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
And then real quick to make that, just revisiting the mustard seed, it's pretty much showing. Let me see, because like when you get a mustard seed, that motherfucker is small.
It's small. It's the smallest one.
And it sprouts up to be what?
The biggest tree.
All right, so it's showing you basically progression.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's what we were saying. You know, it shows you have to grow. You have to grow. Your faith has to grow. If your faith is not growing, you're not growing. That means you're standing in the same place. You're being idle. The only way you cannot grow is if you're being idle. You're not working. You're not doing anything.
And ultimately, it shows where your attention is.
Yeah.
You know, because the scripture tell you what, give yourself wholly unto Yahweh Shem Shah. Give yourself fully. You know, give all of it to Yahweh Shem Shah. Man. That way, He can ultimately take you through the walls and ultimately build you up and have you in His spirit. You know, walking in the spirit to where you can bring forth more fruit and ultimately, be fit for Him. Because that's what this thing is all about. Us being fit for the use of Yahweh Shem Shah, man. That's what a lot of guys don't understand. You know, they come into the truth and try to do their own will. Try to impress people, bro. That's not what this thing is about. You know.
I got you. Let me finish this off. It says, someone that word.
Rooted. Yes, I know. It said rooted. It says to cause someone to stand immobile through fear or amazement.
Through fear, amazement. You know, just being in these times that we're coming into, bro. You're gonna be in a little bit of fear. It's gonna scare. Certain things are gonna scare you. You're gonna get it, bro. You gotta understand, bro. We are in this flesh, and we not here to stand up and say, "Oh, we must Mr. Badass, me, Church Charlie. Don't nothing move me. I ain't motherfucking scared, bro. You're scared. You get nervous, bro. When you think about certain things, but we have to understand and know. How about Shem Yahushua? We have to understand and know. He said He's going to be with me. He have not given me the spirit of fear, but the spirit of prophecy. Guess what? Prophecy tells me I knew that this moment was coming. I've been preparing for it. Now you start meditating and thinking about the things that the Lord got you through. Then you start Yahweh Shem Yahushua, praying and calling on the Lord. And that's why you think about, I was going to do a video on it, Sirach 51, right? When he was going through his alone moment and his time of fear, he was scared. He was being tortured. He was going to be put to death, right? Fear came upon him, and he thought about all the things that the Lord done for him. And that's when he said, you know what? I'm about to call on the Father. He called on Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and he was delivered. It's going to be the same thing with us, man. Right? You're going to be in tough situations. Come on, bro. You can't tell me if they put a gun to your little girl head or your son head or your toddler head, that shit isn't going to scare you, bro. You can't tell me that you're going to stand up there and just, no, bro. It's going to work. You're going to get scared, bro.
For the simple fact that There's no remembrance of former
There's no
things.
remembrance of former things.
You know,
and
and you haven't
understanding.
been put in that situation before.
Exactly.
And that's why it says what that hour, 1 Corinthians 3. You know, every man's work shall be tried, man.
Yep.
Every man's work is gonna be tried.
It's
that's
all
why
about
the Lord said, "Well, by your words also you should be either condemned or justified." Man. You know, and so the Lord ain't coming. The Lord ain't coming for no bullshit, man.
Yep.
You know, it's either you gonna stand up on your word 10 toes down, or either you gonna give up the ghost like everybody else, man.
Yep.
You gonna turn your back upon your house by outside.
Yep.
Man. And that's what the Lord is not coming to get, man. The Lord ain't coming to get people that has that faith wavering, man.
Yep.
You know, that's not really totally putting their trust and everything, all their eggs in one basket toward him.
Yep.
You know,
and that's what Jake we don't want Jake to get confused with. We're not saying that your faith is going to be wavering just because you're nervous, or you're scared, bro. That's a human thing. That's a fleshly thing. That's a human nature. Before a football game, I'm not scared. I get butterflies.
Yeah, me too. Same thing.
I'm nervous. Same thing with anything.
But the main
point is
enduring through it.
Enduring, because you got to understand. You gonna sit there and you gonna take it because you understand and know. You know what you're in it for. You know it's a reward. You know what the Lord is looking at, right? So like we like to say, your first response could be your last. So make sure that the first thing is your response, or whatever you push off is basically your response. Whatever it is, make sure it's the right response, man. And in that response that he made, he basically said, "I'm gonna call on Yahbashim Yahushua," and the only way he was able to do that was because he had what? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Right? You got it out there, Root.
That was pretty much it on it, but I wanted to make a point because you referenced where you quoted that Sirach 51.
Yeah.
Pretty much goes into I looked around and every man could pass me. Yeah. I looked for the secure men. It's the same kind of thing happened in First Maccabees 11 when Jonathan, they was going to battle. Yeah. And it say that everyone fled, like they pretty much just left him high and dry. Yeah. You know, and what was the first thing he did? He casted his face into the ground and he called upon the Lord. You know? So that's the same mind frame, you know, that we have to be in. You know, when things, approach us, and
because keep in mind, everybody keep in mind the timing, everything. The scripture tell you that what the love of many shall wax. You know, so that's the same thing. Everybody giving us up, bro.
That's the same thing with Yahushua.
That's all we gonna have. You have the same thing with Yahushua.
I'm not saying that the disciples gave him up, but the Lord said, "Hey, you gonna leave me alone? I'm gonna be here and go through this by myself, but I'm not alone. The Father's with me. We all will have that moment, bro."
Yep, and that's the point I want to touch upon. For the simple fact that we all gonna have to get through some person. You all gonna have that moment. You know, and that was just Yahushua saying, like, look, you can't get me out of this situation, bro. Yeah, I gotta call on the Heavenly Father. Yeah. So likewise us, man, we gonna have to call upon Yahushua to come and ultimately live up to his name, man. Which we know with the full assurance, man, that Yahushua gonna come and deliver us.
And that evidence give us that full assurance. The evidence right here, which we read, we believe. Well, do you believe what you're reading? Is the question is what you have to always ask yourself, do I really believe what I'm reading? Because it's going to show if you don't believe what you're reading, bro. Right? So I'm going to finish this. It says, and have no root in themselves, and so endure for a time. Afterward, when affliction or persecution ariseth, for the word's sake, for the words, for this gospel, for this doctrine, which you were told that people want to hate you. Right?
And ultimately, just with the chip. Just with the ship. You see it coming to pass, right? So that should ultimately exhort you and keep you going. Just like this, when you get hated, people try to come up and camp. You got scholars come up with the scriptures in Romans telling us what their enemies is for our sake. That only put here to show us that we're doing exactly what Yahushua Yahushua requires of us. So don't stop at this moment, man. Hey, especially, bro, the main thing, bro, seeing this chip, bro.
You gotta understand, we finna go through
hell. We
finna go through a lot of things. So that means your faith has to be
up to par,
and you're gonna have to utilize the strength that you have. You're gonna have, and that when I say strength, I'm not saying trusting in your flesh or your physical strength. I'm talking about your spiritual strength, your spiritual faith. And Yahbashim Yahushua is gonna have to be exercised, man. And if you ain't been working on it, if you ain't been fasting, if you ain't been praying, if you ain't been getting familiar with Yahbashim Yahushua, how are you gonna escape?
You gonna be the reason. You yourself is gonna be the reason. Because one thing about Jay like to point the finger, bro. Hey, the man in the mirror, bro. You gotta worry about your own. Hey, even Apostle Paul said that, man. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. So when all high holy hell breaks loose, you can't point the finger and say, well, this brother didn't give me this time off. No, bro. You are in that situation because of what you did, and you took Yahushua Yahushua time for granted, bro. When he gave you the liberty, the Lord just said, shut down the cities. You had all the time in the world. So now you can't blame nobody but your damn self. I got Y'all brothers got something? Not I got.
Yeah, you got them.
You have something?
Nah, you got it.
This is Psalms 35 and verse 19. You know what? I'm gonna start at verse 18. All right. Nope. Salaki 17.
You can see it.
Yeah, I can see. I can. It says the right 16. 16 con. Salaki 15.
Yeah.
It says the eyes of Yahweh Shemel Shah are upon the righteous, and his ears are open unto their cry. And it's letting you know that what the righteous are gonna be calling upon Yahweh Shemel Shah.
You know, say his ears are open to it.
Because
if his ears are already open, that means he's waiting.
He waiting.
I'm waiting to hear your voice.
Just like Hosea 5:15. You know, it says the Lord said, I'm gonna turn my back until they acknowledge their faults.
Yep.
So the Lord was already waiting for Israel to basically ultimately have prophecy be fulfilled, and then they woke up, you know, by way of Elder Abu Bivens, you know, and passed it down to Elder Hall, you know, on down, man. You know, so the Lord been waiting on that sweet Savior.
Yeah, because what he said in Psalms, man, he said for the sign and crown of the needy.
Yep, the needy.
Right? He said of the needy, we are in need of help from our enemies. He said from the sign and crown of that righteous man. Yep. He said what? Now will I rise out of my place and go deliver him from such as had puffed up at him, man. Yep. So the Lord is waiting. What he said, and it's somewhere in Micah or Malachi, he said, what? Call upon me. This is the words of the Lord, man. He said, call upon me in your time of distress, in your time of need. The Lord wants us to call upon him. The Lord wants to hear you cry.
The Lord is putting us in situations to make us call upon him.
Exactly.
You know, the Lord puts you in those situations, bro, therefore, so you can call on him, man.
Yep. And what does that do? The whole motion of the video to exercise your faith, man. Yep. It shows your faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It's just your faith. It's faith alone just by you getting down and calling on him. Yep. It's faith alone by you riding in the car, you taking your hat off and Yahweh Shem Yahushua, please have mercy upon me. Yahweh Shem Yahushua, I need you to come deliver me and help me in this situation. Mm-hmm. Right? It takes faith. Because
if you don't need the Lord, you basically whole.
Yep.
You know, you basically perfect. That's why the Lord say what the sick don't need the whole don't need a physician, bro. Yep. You know?
And that's why the scriptures tell you for those that are for them that are perfection, be thus like-minded, because we are all striving to be perfect. Okay. Right? We all in that like mind, doing the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, striving to become this. Right? So, you know, yeah, we're still getting these impurities out of ourselves, man. Now to this, even to the Lord come, man, there's impurities that we'll get out of ourselves, and that the fire is going to resolve, right? Dissolve.
Continuing on in verse 17, so like in verse
not the
16.
missiles, the fire of the missiles, but the fires of the tribulation and affliction that occurs before you, right?
The walls of the devil in Ephesians 6. Because that's really that process. You gotta ultimately have that armor of Yahweh Shem Yahushua to overcome these things.
Yeah.
This is Psalms 34 and verse 16. It says the face of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. The righteous cry, and the Most High Yahweh hear it and deliver them out of all their troubles. He didn't say a little bit of troubles here and there, just when you're doing my works. He say all their troubles, man.
So you want to make sure that you're doing the will of the Lord. If you're not doing the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, how do you expect him to hear your voice? Yeah. How do you expect him to come and deliver you if you're not doing his will wholeheartedly, man? At least to the best of your ability, and that's what he said, man. Yep. I know that you can't do everything. I know you got everyday life and things that you're dealing with, but to the best of your ability. And what the Lord said, know ye not your own selves, man. Yep. So whatever,
there's no excuse.
There's no excuse, because you should already know whatever it is that's holding you back, you should purge it, right? Because the scriptures tell you that all things are not beneficial. It's a rough paraphrasing. It said all things are not basically beneficial for all men, right? Expedient. What do you say? What proved thy own soul, man? Mm-hmm. You got it.
Verse 18. It says, the Most High Yahweh is nigh, meaning real close or near. It says, unto them that are of a broken heart, and saving such that be of a contrite spirit. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Most High Yahweh deliver. And why does the righteous have many afflictions? All right, tells us that in Ecclesiastes, or the book of Sirach, the 40th chapter, man. Great travail is going to be upon the sons of Adam, until we return, which ultimately shows that by you going through these afflictions, you're going to be in a process of building up your faith, to what? Be able to withstand that evil day, man. It says, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Yahweh Shem Yahushua delivered him out of all of them. He keepeth all his bones, not one of them was broken. See, so ultimately the elect is going to come back, man. Yeah. The elect, when you go to Ezekiel 37 chapter, it says, evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate righteous shall be desolate. You see, they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. The Most High Yahweh redeemeth the soul of his servants. Of his servants, man. You go to the word servant, you're ultimately in a situation to please one that has authority of you.
So that means you're subjecting yourself to be in the use of.
You're somebody's possession. We're Yahweh Shema possession. So we're gonna do everything that the Lord ultimately commands and requires of us.
But the only way you can do that is if how can a young man cleanse his way? Right? The only way you can do that is if you cleanse your way from your filthy deeds, man.
Yep. And he's gonna say
that's
it right
the point
here.
Of repenting. What is repenting? To turn away from. Right?
It says, look, and it says, Yahweh Shema shall redeem the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate. So if you trust in Yahweh Shema Shah, you're gonna what? Repent. You're gonna be found blameless and without spot to the best of your ability. You're gonna be uploading videos, feeding the flock, right? And ultimately, you're gonna be circumspect, and you're gonna apply everything that you read to your everyday life, man.
Yeah.
You know, the scriptures tells us to walk wise, man, not as fools. You know. Always be found within those chains of wisdom, man. Walking after what the guidelines of Sophia. All right.
Being being subject to her discipline. Right. Letting wisdom, knowledge, understanding be able to discipline you. Right. And that's not just saying, you know, because you get disciplined by wisdom from what you read, right? But also you get that discipline. Sophia is going to discipline by the wayward of those that are around you, right? Because we all hold the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of Yahbashim Yahushai. So brothers should be able to correct you, you know, and give you things, and that's that discipline, man. And understanding the things that you shouldn't be doing through the spirit power of Yahbashim Yahushai. That's that discipline. You can't do this, you can't do that. Sophia put those chains and those guidelines round about you to keep you in the way, man, which ultimately is Yahbashim Yahushai, you know, leading you in truth, man.
And one thing, you know, we got to be always in the spirit of being able to receive that.
Yeah.
You know, because one thing about Jake in the world, Jake don't like to be told what to do.
Yeah.
But that's one thing that you first learn when you come into the truth is knowing that hey, bro, shit ain't gonna go your way.
Yeah.
You know, it's not gonna never go our way, man. It's ultimately ordered by what the oracles of Yahweh Shema Shah.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the ultimately, you know, that guideline of keeping us on that straight and narrow path.
I got one.
Putting ourselves to the side.
This is 2 Peter 3:11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? And the point of me reading this is because it says what manner of person that you should be in, right? Knowing the times, knowing what's to come, knowing the things that we're finna be faced with. What mindset should you be in? Preparation, right?
Same mindset of
the mindset of Yahushua, man, right? That should be your mind. It says, nevertheless, Salakia. It says, verse 12, looking for and hasting until the coming of the day of the Most High. Now, the only way you're looking for it is if you're doing what is necessary.
And you got to know.
And you got to
know what to be looking for.
Exactly.
It has to be given unto you to know what to look for. Everybody else looking towards Cesare Borgia. You know, they looking for so-called Jesus Christ. He's not coming.
And that's what wisdom declares unto you, man.
Yep. Hey, we're looking for what? Yahweh Shah, so-called Negro, right? The appearance, the ways, you know, and it shows by what our action. That's why it says what manner you supposed to be in, all holy conversation. But what that conversation goes to your everyday deeds.
Yeah, because the scriptures tell you, you know, when it talks about the conversation, it says meditating thereupon Yahbashim Yahushua day and night.
Day and night,
right? What does scripture say? Praying in the morning, morning, afternoon, and evening, noon and evening, right? The manner of person that you should be in of all holy conversation. Your thought process should be everything concerning to what's to come in Yahbashim Yahushua, man. You have no reason to be thinking about things outside of that, man. Not saying that we just in this jailhouse and we need to, you know, but hey, bro, you're in the times of now. You should be walking on eggshells and making sure that am I doing what is necessary to please Yahbashim Yahushua? Am I praying for mercy? Am I praying for more faith? Right? Am I praying that I be of His elect, if it be of His will, man? Right? This is the manner of person. This is a serious time now, man. Right? And it's been a serious time, but how much more now? Being that we're seeing these prophecies jump off the pages, and that's just why it's saying, looking for, right? What the scripture tell you in 2 Esdras 9, it says, paying attention, right, to the things and the signs that are coming, and then you will know that it's time that the High shall visit the earth which He made. You're looking for it, right? So if you're looking for something, that means that's the only thing that's on your mind. That's like if you call somebody, hey, I need a ride, I don't have a ride home. Guess what? The Lord is our ride home. Right, so what are we doing? Wow, these different cars pass. I see something that look familiar. Oh shit, that's them right there. Oh no, that's not him. Okay,
okay. That's a plan.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But guess what? The whole time, okay, that's not him. oh shit, well my faith is still that you're
still
coming.
Yep, you still
So
coming.
guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna look. Even if certain things happen to where it's like, oh, we thinking this it, oh shit, this might be it, bro, and it don't happen to be it, our mind is still set on shit the Lord coming, right? He told us he was coming. Guess what? He's coming, man, and that should be your looking forward to. And the only way that you're going to be that focused on it is if your faith is in it, if your assurance is in it, and if your mind and spirit is in it, man. Now watch what it says. It says, looking for the hastening coming unto the Lord, the day of your power. It says, wherein the heaven shall be. It says, the heaven shall be on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. And you know that these things are coming. You basically don't want to be partakers or found in that fire, man. Yeah. So you're going to do the things that is found necessary unto Yabashim Yahushai, so that you don't be partakers of it. You got to go, Slocky.
You had one out? If not, I got a quick one.
Nah, you got it.
All right. This is real quick. I want to jump into Matthew 24. You know, because there's a lot of people that's ultimately going to be driven away by those seducing spirits, and they not going to be ultimately paying attention, you know, to the times that we're in. You know, because they're getting their vibration from Esau Edom, man.
Yep.
You know, taking heed to taking the jab, so forth and so on.
Yep.
This Matthew 24, and I'm gonna start straight at the point of verse 48. It says, "But if the evil servant shall say in his heart, My Lord, the Lord is coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him."
So when you just call and you say, "Hey, you coming?" Yeah, I'm coming. I'm gonna be a little minute. You know, I'm coming, but I'm gonna be a little minute, and that's what the Lord told us.
So when Terry,
he said,
wait for it.
And another thing that the Lord said, he told the disciples, he said, a little while, you'll be without me, but a little while, we'll be joined back together. So the Lord hadn't already told us, hey man, a little while, it won't be long. I'm coming. I'm up the street, bro. I'm up the block. But you take upon yourself to say, man, fuck, he taking too long. I'm gonna take off walking.
And ultimately, what it is, that's a lack of
faith. You don't believe that this person is coming to get you, man. You don't believe that Yabashim Yahushua is coming to get you out of this place. It's so bad that you want to get in your car and you want to leave. You want to flee the country.
Look, the slightest little inconvenience, you know, just make you defer away from what you believe in.
Continue on. It says, verse 50, the Lord of that servant shall come in the day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth, because that's ultimately what's going to happen in the end. You know, you're ultimately going to be saved for the destruction of those 200 million warheads that's going to hit this place, man. You know, it tells you in Zechariah, man, those missiles will ultimately have you people eyes consuming in your flesh. Why? Because you want to put your Yahweh on the back burner, man. You want to go take heed, as it speaks about in Isaiah the 3rd chapter, right? You took a cover that's really not a cover. You know, cover out of Yahweh, man. You go get that jab thinking that that's gonna cover you, man. You know, that's ultimately sending you on your damn way out of there.
And Jake's that I'm gonna say this, bro. And it's like, you know, we waiting on a school bus. You know you need to be up at a certain time, Joe. Jake, you know you need to be up at a certain time, Jake. Get your ass up, bro.
The Lord said what?
The Lord is coming.
He gave us what? Early jump.
Exactly.
So make preparation.
Make preparation. So by you, the Lord, the bus. I'm gonna say this because no man knows the time that the Lord is gonna come. So don't get this mistaken. But I'm gonna give you an analogy, and the whole point of this analogy, I'm gonna say it before I go into it, is that the bus is not on your time. You have to be ready when the bus gets there, right? So, you know your bus is going to be at the stop at 6 o'clock, and it's on time. 6 o'clock is going to be there. You need to set your alarm for about 4 or 5 o'clock.
You got to get up early.
But this is what Jake do. It's 5 o'clock. Jake say, shit, I'm going to get up at about 5:30. 5:30, guess what? That's not enough time to brush your teeth. That's not a 5:45. That's not enough time. Jake probably take a shower in the morning. You know you got to do all of this shit to get ready. But you wait a couple minutes before. Don't be last minute,
then the
bro.
bus stop, it's a little ways from where you.
Well, you know,
so you gotta actually
exactly. So you probably gotta run to get there. And guess what? You won't make it.
You ain't gonna make it.
So the moral of their story is for that kid, that servant that didn't get up and catch the bus, bro. The Lord is not waiting on you to get your shit together. You gotta be ready, bro.
You either get it ready now, or bro, you gonna get left, bro.
You gonna get left, bro.
And you'll be brought back in the kingdom. Because the Lord ain't gave you niggas too much of time, bro.
I got a precept too. Real quick. This
Just a quick point. The Lord said He wasn't going to prolong His time any longer.
Yeah.
Well, He's not going to put a delay on this shit just because you're not ready.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, the scripture say what the vision is set for an appointed time.
So
everything has its own time. Or even Ecclesiastes 3.
Yep.
You know, it's a time for everything, bro.
Time to season for everything.
The time of season for everything, bro. The Lord ain't going off your seasons when you want the shit to be done.
And you got to think about this. I'm gonna say this out because I actually did. I brought that analogy out because I know me as a kid. I done that before. I done it before, and I wasn't ready, and I missed the bus. Now I noticed this too. My house is right up the street from my bus stop. I'm walking. I walk out my house. You just waking up, then you probably see the bus. Then you try and start to get the jogging. When you see the shit coming, you see the bus up the street. Then you want to start jogging, but you're not close enough. My bus driver used to do this. If I hit the horn 2 times, you're not in this bus. I'm gone. So that motherfucker hit that bomb, and she looking at you running. Bomb.
Hurry up.
How the fuck you still running? You supposed to been here.
Close
the door.
The motherfuckers on there, they laughing at you the whole time.
Nah,
you know, listen to you. You know what time.
Ooh, I got a quick one, Salaki, bro. I got a quick one.
You got it,
real quick, bro, for sure. Just back up the brother point, you know, because they ultimately gonna laugh at you, bro, when they come to grips and know that you too fucking late, bro. This Luke, real quick. This Luke 14. This Luke 14 and verse 28. It says, "For which of you intending to build a tower and sitting not down first and count the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it, least happily after he laid the foundation." It goes tied into everything we've been talking about.
And I want to use the bus situation as, just to go into the scripture. You can go back a little bit for me out?
Yeah, kind. It says, "For which of you intending to build a tower and sitting not down first?"
And think about it, right? Count the cost. Now, who the fuck do not sit down the day before and say, y'all need to bid I know my mom used to do it.
Everybody.
Hey, y'all need to bid the bus stop at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
Clothes ready.
Guess what? You need to iron your clothes. You need to do this. You need to do that. And you know that you don't want to do that when you first opening your eyes. So who don't sit down and count the cost before they prepare for something? You know what is necessary. You got to prepare for everything. You got to prepare.
Bro. This everything.
Yeah.
It says,
because guess what? The Lord said, be ready. Another thing with being ready around the time of Egypt, when we were being delivered, what he said, have on. Have your shoes on. Have everything laced up.
Don't
be
take
ready. Right?
It says, for which of you intending to build a tower, sitting not down first and counted the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it, least happily after he had laid the foundation, is not able. So he laid the foundation. He is not able to finish it.
He prepared
everything.
But guess what? Guess what he did?
Still waste time.
Guess what he did? He stayed up to 2 o'clock. He stayed up all night to 2 o'clock. You prepared your clothes. You did everything right. Your lunch ready.
Jake on 2K all night.
Knowing he got to wake up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Guess what? He didn't do what he needed to do.
It says, and it says, and this the point. And this the point, touching upon how the brother say, everybody on the bus, ultimately, and that's the bus will be synonymous to the chariots, man.
Yep.
Everybody gonna be laughing at you when you saw. I'm gonna let this.
But you got to think about this. Everybody laughing at you. Not only they laughing at your dumb ass running, they laughing your motherfucking shirt belly on. You trying to put your shirt on. You trying to put your pants on. You not together, bro. You trying to hurry up and put your shoes. You running to the bus, hopping on one foot. Man, look at this nigga, man.
You not prepared.
You knew. Yep. Now, when you get on the bus, if you get on the bus, your partner gonna say, damn, bro, what the fuck? Why you slept, you stayed up all night, bro?
He didn't put the wrong shirt on. He didn't left his belt at home. You're not fit. You're not fit for the kingdom, bro. You're not fit for the banquet. You're not fit for that wedding, bro.
So guess what? The motherfucking doors is going to close.
Yep. It says, least happily after he had laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish.
Nigga, how you prepared your school clothes the day before? You still wasn't up to get on the bus.
Yep. You prepared. You got Jake that just woke up early. You got some Jake that just woke up early, like the brothers that's what gonna wake up last minute, and they gonna have their shit together.
Yep.
So how you have all this time to prepare and you wait last minute?
And that's what makes it worse. That's why it's worse upon you, because you had time. Like that, bro. You been new.
Yep, you been new.
That's like motherfuckers say, look,
like you say,
you been
Johnny
new.
Come later.
Yeah, you been new. You had. I'm just finding out that the bus was running today.
Yeah,
and I'm there. How the fuck you been knowing that you not there?
You live here. You been
exactly.
You done went through whole high school. This been your bus for years.
And first day of school, that bus gonna be there.
Hey, shit, it just made me think of an analogy of boxing shit. you got a fight coming up in 6 months. You don't train until the last fucking 2 months, and then the outcome come, you get your ass knocked out. Yep. You can't get mad at nobody else but you because you know you had that 6 month period, that liberty to do so, but you didn't capitalize.
Anybody got anything else? I got one more. That's a spirit. I'm gonna take us out on this one. Going into what you were just saying, it's the second Ezra 16 and verse 64. It says,
start up something about this,
I'm gonna start at I got all of that highlighted. But I'm gonna start 61. It said, matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 61. It says, he made man and put the heart in the midst of the body and gave him breath, life, and understanding. So you have all of these things. You have the understanding and know what you need to be doing, the preparation, you know everything, you know what it takes, right? So it says, yay. And
you've been given that blueprint.
Exactly.
And ultimately, you had those sufficient funds to finish.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's right, bro, because the Lord gave us all the sufficient funds to finish.
Yeah.
You got the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You got the breakdowns. You got everything. You got fasting, the prayer, all the supplements.
You got faith that nobody got.
Bro,
you got all the tools.
You got Yahweh Shah. You got the name. You got the names Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. So how do you fuck up from that? How do you fuck up, bro, having the two names, bro, that you can constantly call upon?
Yeah, everybody don't have a name, bro.
Everybody don't have a name, and that's why everybody's not going to be found within that strong tower, bro.
Everybody don't have faith. That's why the Lord said, "Well, this is a froward generation with none faith." Everybody don't have faith, but you got it. The Lord gave it. I equipped it upon you. And that's why he said in Revelation, he said, at least thou repent, I come and take the candlelight out of its place, man. And guess what? That light is going to be given to who? Another. Right?
25.
So watch what it says. It says, and yea, in the spirit of the Almighty Most High, which made all things and searcheth out all hidden things, and it says, in the secrets of the earth. So it's nothing you can hide. If you're a filthy nigga on the inside, the Lord is going to purge you, bro. He knows that you're a filthy nigga. He knows that you're not serious. He knows your intentions. He knows what's on your mind, bro.
And they going to get purged by fire. They going to get purged by those missiles. Or get purged by getting eaten ass by a dog. Just stinking ass dog. Because the Lord, it tells you in second Ezra 9, man, the Lord got a lot of Greek judgment set aside for you niggas, man. The spirit's created for vengeance. You know?
And shit, ultimately, not only if you a filthy nigga, but if you was bullshitting that whole time. Shit, I didn't say that he was gonna come search out this place with candlesticks and punish those that were settled on their lease. You know, so you was comfortable. You didn't capitalize.
You motherfucker playing game all night. You not ready? What the fuck you doing? Your mom and them come. Go to sleep. She walk in the motherfucking room, you in there playing on your phone.
Yeah, you just cool, just making it to count.
Yeah.
You just long as you there. It's more than that, bro. It's more than just going taking your ass to count, bro. What are you doing when the camera's not up? What are you doing when you're not around brothers? All right?
Yeah, because everything that we spew out, it first applies to us. Right?
And that's how, Salaki, that's how we able to ultimately get that judgment, you know, through the spirit and Paul Yahweh Shem Yahshua, bro, because we had to get purged the same way.
And you got to be doing it, bro. Behind the camera, on the camera, you know what I'm saying? You got to be living it.
So how much more in my absence?
How much more in his absence? Now watch what it says. It says, surely he knoweth your intentions and inventions. It says, and what you think in your hearts.
The most deepest thoughts, man.
And that's like that song that says, thou knowest my down sitting.
My upborn.
Exactly. So he's telling you, I know everything. Right?
Ain't nothing you can hide from Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
Watch what he say. It says, and what you think in your hearts, even them that sin and what hide their sin. You can hide it from the faces of brothers. You can hide it from the faces of people, but the Lord is watching you.
And that's why it tells you in Jeremiah 2, your sin is more ever before me.
Exactly.
That shit's still on you. You know? Your filth, you still filthy, bro, in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
Because you killed your brother in secret. Nobody knew but the Lord. And you.
And that's why the Lord said, be not a murderer, man. You taking upon what the ultimately that spiritual aspect of Edom, man. You know, because you can murder a brother by not giving him the upright correction that he might need.
And that's what it said. It said, he that hated his brother is a murderer, and he likened him. He said, we love each other, but not according to the love of Cain. Right? Now watch what it says. It says, therefore had the Lord exactly. That means the Lord is precise.
Particular.
He's particular. He's reading.
Right on point.
Right on point with it, right? It says, search out all your works, and he will put you all to shame. Everybody that has this fake montage about themselves, man.
And that's why it tells you in Wisdom of Solomon 5th chapter, what a pride profited us. You know? Because ultimately, that spirit that you were driven throughout the four winds, when you thought you had a little bit of liberty, you thought you were gonna get away with all that shit. Hey, the Lord gonna have all that resurface, man, right before your face.
Watch what it
It
says.
ain't nothing you gonna be able to do.
Watch what it says, because it's gonna piggyback. It's gonna piggyback. It's gonna piggyback off of what the brother Shakab said. It says, and when your sins are brought forth, ye shall be ashamed before men, and your own sins shall be the accusers in that day. It's gonna be the only thing that you can point the finger at is the bullshit that you were on, the bullshit that you stood for. And that's why he said, I searched out the mind, I searched it out your intentions, I searched out everything about you. Right? I know everything about you. So guess what? The only thing that you, like we say, when Jake start going through that bullshit and the things start heating up on their ass, they gonna think about all the fuck shit that they done, because the Lord is gonna bring you to remembrance.
Yep. Just like everybody that ultimately did things to the men of the Lord.
Yeah.
You know, shit, the sisters of the Lord. Yep. Hey, you gonna see that, bro. Everybody gonna have their moment.
Yep.
And ultimately, what's that gonna cause? Agony.
Yep.
Now you fucked up in the head because man, you done. Man,
you bullshitted the whole time.
What you gonna come to grips?
Telling you.
What you gonna come to grips with is that you really blew it.
Yep,
you blew it. You had the bad.
That's what he said. He said he made man and put in his heart the midst of his body and gave him breath, life, and understanding. So it's dudes that had it and fell out. That's why the Lord say it's better that you had not known. Because guess what? Your sin shall be the accusers in that day. You can't point your finger at nobody, man.
You the reason why you in there. And we said that earlier.
You the reason you ain't get on the chair. You the reason you ain't got faith. You the reason that bear caught your ass when you was trying to flee, man. Watch what it says. It says, and what will ye do?
What will ye do?
Or how will ye hide your sins before the face of the Most High and his angels, man?
And that's the Lord being sarcastic, bro. Yep. Because you can't. Because the scripture tell you in the book of Tobit that with Raphael, you know, everything is not only jotting down, but that shit plays out with I ain't gonna say animation, but that shit plays out to a T. You know, before it gets played out before the throne of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. So you can't hide shit from the Lord. You know, it tells you that be ye what doers of the word, not hearers only. Man. If you doing the word, then you're ultimately pleasing Yahweh Shem Yahshua, man. Because you can't halfway please Yahweh Shem Yahshua. You can't halfway do the Lord's will, man. You know, you got to be stern, man. And you rooted in the faith.
Pork chop eating Christians are not doing the will of the Lord, bro.
That's right.
No matter how much you believe that you are, you're not, bro.
You're not doing it, bro. All you're doing is deceiving yourself.
You
know, so brothers, man, keep on pushing. As you can tell, a prophecy, like the other says, popping like popcorn. You know, they jumping, man. They jumping out the book, and we're seeing it.
They coming with, there's something that go incision under the flesh, man. They coming out with that, man. The Paragma, right there, go. The Pentagon is coming out with it, man. And you have to understand and know that it was spoken into you people, man. You were told, you were warned, right? It was being said for years,
and now
it's happening, right?
Now people that took the jab, and now they saying, "Damn, the apostle said that."
And what dude said?
Now you stuck with the jab.
What dude said on the news was, he said, "Yeah, man." He said about a couple years ago, they were speaking down on conspiracy theories. That's what they call it, right? Which only and truly you know that he's talking about the apostles of Great Millstone and from them on down. You know that who he's talking about, because these are the only men that prophesied and preached of this thing coming, man. Right? So he said what? They were laughing and talking about the conspiracy theorists about a couple of years ago about when they said this was going to come. But look at it now. Esau saying this. He said, look, I don't have any answers. Anything is possible at this point, but the prophecy that is speaking, that the Lord is giving to his men.
I got one more.
And they're speaking it to you, and these things are coming to pass, bro. And there's no denying it, bro. These people just said they're coming out with a micro lay, man. Right? A bag of Lays, man.
And this goes
what they coming with, man.
This goes to show you exactly who the men of the Lord are.
Yeah.
You know, because just when the elders and apostles started, you know, with the order from Yahweh Shem Yahshua, you know, it was passed on. You know, this is Revelations 19:10. It says, and I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship the Most High. For the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. You see? So what? You can't say that you haven't been prophesied unto, you know? Which all prophesied means is to what? Say before, man. And now you have everything that the apostles were saying is placed before you, man. And there's no throwing it away, man. You know? Why? Because they move by the fear of Yahweh Shem Shah.
And guess
just
what?
like all the other men of the Lord,
and
man.
stood boldly on it.
And stood boldly on it.
Stood stiffly on
when
it.
Nobody else, when nobody else believed, man.
Yep.
You know?
I'm about to say I had one more because it's no excuse, and it's going off. This Psalms 40, I'm gonna start at 9. It says, I have preached righteousness in a great congregation. Lo, I have not refrained my lips, or Yahweh thou knowest.
That's right, man. That congregation was ultimately the congregation of what? The lowly. You know, you didn't want to believe it because what? It was a small remnant. You know, because of the garments, you thought it was foolishness unto you. But guess what, man? This is the same congregation that Yahweh Shem Shah chose to deal with. You know?
Verse 10, it says, I have not hid thy righteousness within my heart. I have declared thy faithfulness and thy salvation. I have not concealed thy loving kindness and thy truth from the great congregation. So you won't have no fucking excuse. Because the men of the Lord, they didn't hold this word in.
You say conceal. I ain't concealed. The men of the Lord have never concealed the words of Yahweh Shem Shah, man. We ain't put this shit on the, or not the shit sloppy. We ain't put the Lord's word on the bushel, man. You know, we ain't put hot out lights, man. Scriptures, Matthew 5:14 say, well, ye are the light of the world. Therefore, the city that sit on the hill cannot be hid. You know? So it ain't no hiding the light of Yahweh Shem Shah, man. That's why all you wicked ass niggas hate coming towards the light, man. Because
you think about it, the Lord basically said, you have the light. Guess what? It's going to be obvious that you got it.
It's going to be obvious.
That's what he said.
Like,
it's
come on,
obvious.
bro.
Because you think about it, it's like this. This is why why I say that he said basically made it obvious. Now, let's say if there was a hill behind us.
You're going to see that shit.
You're going to see that shit, bro. If you look this way and you see a mountain in the midst of everything that's here, you're going to see that mountain. You're going to see what's on top of that mountain shining, bro. So the Lord said it's obvious, it's plain, and you cannot miss it.
Just think about a fucking light tower. It be kind of like somewhat like a hill.
Yeah.
You know, and it's easy to find that motherfucker because that light is shining.
So light shining,
you know?
And ultimately that light overpowers all of that darkness, man.
Yep.
You know?
And then it's like one more thing. Matthew 24:14 said that this gospel was going to be preached all throughout the fucking world.
And then what? And then shall the end come, man.
So come on, man. There's no fucking excuse.
And then shall the end come, and you see the end is speaking. You know, you see it speaking right before you, man. You can't go. You can't go against it.
I think so.
Somebody trying to sign into YouTube.
They say confirm whether it's not you or signing.
I don't know. You know, but man, with that, Lord willing, you know, this is edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Shem Shah, Shem
double honor to the elders and apostles of the great millstone and rule well, and much peace, safety, and blessings to the hopefully elect throughout the four winds, pushing truth and sincerity and diligence. Till next time, Shalom.
Shalom.
Baba.
Baba.